Hello everybody, it is I, King Hypeman, and in today's episode we have the two semi-final matches between Brody and David, who will have Rhea Ripley and Joe Hendry representing them, along with Matthew and Michael, who will have Roman Reigns and Jey Uso representing them, plus a little surprise towards the end with a very special announcement from yours truly. So let's get into the show. Welcome to the first matchup of the semifinals. This is a Falls Count Anywhere match as Joe Hendry, represented by my good friend David, takes on Rhea Bloody Ripley, represented by another good friend of mine in the wrestling community, Brody. And Rhea Ripley with a hip toss to Joe Hendry. The winner of this match will face either the winner of the next matchup between main event Jey Uso and the OTC Roman Reigns. And Rhea Ripley with some hard strikes right to the face of Joe Hendry. And now, Rhea Ripley, it looks like she's got a chokehold on Joe Hendry, but Joe Hendry manages to get out. And now Rhea Ripley, Joe Hendry with a counter with a huge elbow strike. And now Rhea Ripley with a suplex to Joe Hendry into the cover, but a kick out right before a count of one. Rhea Ripley just dominating this matchup. Joe Hendry looks to be in a lot of trouble here, guys. Joe Hendry gets taken back down to by Rhea Ripley. And now Joe Hendry with a side takedown to Rhea. Into the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Only a 2. Wow, a 2 count this early in the match. And now Joe Hendry with a dropping the knees to Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley with a boot right to Joe Hendry's head. What's Rhea Ripley doing now? Into the corner with a chop right to Joe Hendry. Boom! And now Rhea Ripley going up top. And a frog splash from Rhea Ripley to Joe Hendry. And now it looks like Rhea Ripley, she's going to go for, a submission hold. Will Joe Hendry tap out? If Joe Hendry taps out, Rhea Ripley goes to the finals. Oh no, Joe Hendry manages to get out. And now Joe Hendry locking up with Rhea Ripley. And now setting Rhea up. I don't know what the heck that was. It looked like he was going to go for a power bomb, but Rhea Ripley somehow managed to counter, but then Joe Hendry managed to regain control. And now Joe Hendry with another foot strike to Rhea Ripley. Shot to the face. And a slam from Joe Hendry to Rhea Ripley. Joe Hendry looks like he's going to call for it. And a dominator from Joe Hendry. Into the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and Rhea Ripley manages to kick out. This has been an amazing contest so far. What a semi-final match. And now Joe Hendry calling for Rhea Ripley. And a drop kick from Joe Hendry. Neither superstar wanting to give up. All for the right to become the first ever Special Needs Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. And Rhea Ripley sends Joe Hendry to the outside. Remember, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, so there is no countouts, there is no disqualifications. The pinfall or submission can happen anywhere inside or outside the arena. And now Rhea Ripley going into the ring for something, and she brings out a kendo stick. And Joe Hendry's in trouble as Rhea using that Singapore cane on Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry with a drop kick to Rhea Ripley. Now Joe Hendry calling for something big here. What's he gonna do? And a flying missile drop kick to Rhea Ripley. But Rhea manages to get back up, sending Joe Hendry into the corner. But Joe Hendry manages to counter. And now Joe Hendry sends Rhea Ripley into the ropes. A nice drop down and a That looked like a Judas effect, but I don't know. Joe Hendry, he's calling for it. Will this put Rhea Ripley away? Into the cover, hooks a leg. 1, 2. No! Rhea Ripley manages to kick out. What a fight! What is it going to take to put Rhea Ripley away? And now Joe Hendry with his own kendo stick. And that looked like it was a shot to the throat. Now Joe Hendry continuing to attack Rhea Ripley. Oh no, Rhea Ripley. She's got Joe Hendry up for the Riptide. This could be it right here. 1, 2, 3. And Rhea Bloody Ripley moves on to the moves on to the finals.
Here is your winner, Rhea Ripley.
What an amazing turn of events from Rhea Ripley. Brody, you have moved on to the finals of the SNW Title Invitational Tournament. Up next, we have Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. But first, a word from our sponsor. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to the final matchup in the semifinals, where my friend Matthew H is being represented by main event Jey Uso, and he's facing off against Michael G, who is being represented by Roman Reigns. And this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, guys. So unlike Roman Reigns' last match, he cannot have his opponent get counted out this time. So we will have a clear-cut winner to face Rhea Ripley in the finals, whether that be main event Jey Uso or Rhea Bloody Ripley. And now Jey Uso taking the fight to the OTC. And now, boom! A shot right to Roman Reigns' knees. Take out the legs, you take out a majority of Roman Reigns' power. These guys had it. Oh, into the cover, hooks the leg. First cover of the matchup. 1. Only a 1 count. These guys had a heck of a rivalry back in 2020 for the Universal Championship, which led to the whole Bloodline arc. And now Jey Uso looking to defeat his cousin Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns with a chop. And now some hard strikes to Jey Uso. Into the pin. 1, 2. That time Roman Reigns got a 2. Roman Reigns really wanting to take the fight to his cousin Jey Uso. And now it looks like we got... Oh, I thought he was going to go for like a high cross, but no, that was a beautiful powerbomb. And now Jey Uso with a kendo stick right to Roman Reigns. Again, it's perfectly legal. Into the cover, hooks the leg. 1. And now only a 1 count. Oof. And now Roman Reigns with a submission hold to Jey Uso. If Jey Uso taps out here, Roman Reigns is going to the finals, but that's not going to happen. And a super kick right to Roman Reigns. And another super kick to Roman Reigns. And another super kick to Roman Reigns. Jey Uso really giving the term super kick party legitimately. And now Roman Reigns on the guardrail as Jey Uso's taking the fight to Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns hits the hardest part of the ring. I think he got busted open by that shot too. Jey Uso sends Roman Reigns into the stairs. Jey Uso climbing up top with the Usos. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the Uso splash, but no, that wasn't what he went for at all. Jey Uso looking to finally get a victory over his cousin, Roman Reigns. What's Jey Uso doing now? Oh, he's setting up Roman Reigns for something big here. And a super kick. Will main event Jey Uso go on to the finals? Not if Roman Reigns has anything to say about it. And now Roman Reigns got Jey Uso up. And dropping him onto the ropes with a throat shot, I guess. Oof. Roman Reigns does not want Jey Uso moving on to the finals. He wants to prove that he is still the head of the table, the original tribal chief. And now lifting Jey Uso up with one arm and a huge slam. And Jey Uso just no-sells it. But he couldn't no-sell that. And now Roman Reigns. Oh no. He's got two finishers. This could be it for main event Jey Uso. Into the ropes. And a spear! A spear from Roman Reigns. Can Jey Uso kick out? Or will Roman Reigns? No, Jey Uso stays alive. What a fight. And now Roman Reigns. Some clotheslines into the turnbuckle from Jey Uso. What's Roman Reigns doing now? Oh no, please don't be something. Oh, it's just a chair. I thought he was going to go for something bigger than that. And now Roman Reigns taking the chair and just driving it into Jey Uso. Oh no. Roman Reigns setting it up. And another spear. That could do it right there, guys. Roman Reigns into the cover. 1, 2, and 3. Roman Reigns will face Rhea Ripley in the finals of the SNW Title Invitational Tournament.
The OTC Roman Reigns.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the finals are now set. It will be Brody, who has Rhea Ripley, taking on the CEO, Michael G, who has chosen the OTC Roman Reigns. Or will it? Greetings, peasants. It is I, King Hypeman, with a special royal decree. You see, there was a little something that happened while I was recording the first matchup in this tournament. The original ending to Joe Hendry versus Gunther was with me taking the victory. Unfortunately, the recording didn't save, so I had to restart, and Joe Hendry ended up moving on. I thought I was out of the tournament. Yet, however, I did find that something did save from that. The screenshot proving my victory. Now, originally, I was just going to let the rest of the tournament play out. Let the winner take this, and I would get the first title opportunity. But no more. I am now inserting myself into the finals. So instead of being Roman Reigns and Rhea Ripley, it's going to be a triple threat match between Roman Reigns and Rhea Ripley and a mystery superstar of my choosing. I will no longer use Gunther because I'm the king, and what I say goes here in the wrestling portion of SNW, and I will walk out with this championship. I have spoken.